What's up, everybody? It's showtime. What's up, everybody? It's showtime. Hey. So, listen, we got a new episode of Black Marriage Chronicles. We have a new segment, and it's called The Couples Common Corner. So, that is my it would be my direct opposition to Let's Argue. Now, we're still going to do Let's Argue, but I want to go with the couples common corner because what I want to do is talk about things that bring couples together, especially black couples. Like I really want to start focusing on that. That doesn't mean we're not going to do Let's Argue because I think there's things that are in relationships that we're going to argue about to the end of time. But I want those to be more fun things that we can laugh about. The more serious things I want to bring to this show. So this will be a segment on Black Marriage Chronicle because we'll still be interviewing couples, talking to married couples, and getting into the nuts and bolts of what it takes to hold a marriage together, what you have to do, all those things. But I want to talk about the couple's common corner. I want to talk about those things that bring us together, the things that we should really be focused on and sign into those things and lean more into those things. So that's the goal of this show, the Couples Common Corner on Black Marriage Chronicles, to talk more about things that bring couples together. So if you're tuning in, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, whether you're tuning in from YouTube or Facebook. I'm trying to get on to, is it TikTok? So we're going to try to keep this a little short because I think TikTok, you can only do about 30 minutes. We're going to try to get on the gram as well. So it'll help a lot from you guys if you go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons for me on any platform that you're viewing me on. And I absolutely thank you. So we're going to go moving forward. We're definitely going to try to be a little bit more consistent with the Black Marriage Chronicles and the Couples Corner and Let's Argue because I think everybody enjoyed it. I know I enjoy doing this. Sometimes life get the life in and life get the life in a little bit too much and just kind of got drawn away. But we're definitely going to get re-engaged, refocus, reset, level set, really, as they say in the corporate America, and get this thing back going. So what I want you to do, if you are in a long-term committed relationship, marriage, or otherwise, you ever heard of the good, the bad, and the ugly? Well, what we want to talk about today is the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your relationship, your marriage, the relationship you in. So go ahead and leave those comments for me. I want to hear from you guys. What do you believe is the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your marriage? Also on the Couples Corner, what we're going to talk about here today, I want to talk about the lessons learned. So things that I may have learned personally, or some information that another couple or persons that's in a relationship may have shared with me, and I'll share with you guys. And you can also share with me. If you don't want to come on the show live and answer that question, it's okay. Share with me and I'll share it. Sometimes I'll give my own personal experience as well to share with you guys. But if there's anybody out there that's listening and they want to come on the show, let me know. I'll be more than happy to get you on and we can talk about it right here on the Couples Corner on the Black Marriage Chronicle channel. So one of the lessons I learned personally, and this is I'm going to say advice, but just some information hopefully I can share with you and you take and do with it do with it as you will, is when your significant other comes to you, and whether you interpret that to mean they were just mentioning it casually or not. And again, I'm speaking from real world experience. So just recently, my wife told me that she was feeling a little disconnected. Now, I didn't think nothing was wrong because I personally felt like, why would you feel disconnected? Felt like we was a little disconnected. Why would you feel a little disconnected? Because I hadn't been moving differently. Nothing was going on with me. I have still felt like I was giving her what she needed, but still none the same. So I didn't really invest a lot of energy into that comment because I was like, what? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not moving differently. I'm still loving on you. So why would you be feeling that way? So I never addressed it. Okay, fast forward some weeks later, some stuff kind of erupted and it kind of, I addressed some stuff. because I felt like now I was feeling some kind of way, and I want to know like, hey, what's going on? Anyway, to make a long story short, after we had the conversation to kind of hash some things out, I thought about it when she mentioned those things to me that she was feeling somewhat disconnected. And like she said, and she it clarified it wasn't a blanket statement over our relationship, that just things not a blanket statement over our relationship or our marriage, that it was just a lot that was going on, but it was just some stuff that she was feeling, that she just and it just and she admitted too that it was just some stuff going on with her, some emotions and stuff going on at work and so on and so forth. So I won't go into detail because I'll allow her to speak for herself. But uh I will say that, just so you guys know, male or female, it doesn't matter. If your spouse comes to you, and even if they mention casually, like, hey, I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm feeling a little disconnected or whatever, I'm feeling a little, things that may not necessarily, not like it's a 4 alarm fire or anything, address it. Like, don't let it fester and boil. Don't let it get to a point where all of a sudden whatever they're thinking, even if you don't feel the same way, that now becomes their reality. And then they start to manifest that in a way that it shows up. Now you're being affected by it, right? So just want to offer that piece of advice. If at any time your spouse, male or female, and I say male or female, meaning if it's your husband, or husband if it's your wife, come to you, and also goes for our same sex buddy partners out there as well. But if your partner comes to you with something, and no matter how casually they mention it, or even if you don't feel the same way, stop, take a moment, and address it. What's going on? Why are you feeling this way? What can I do to negate that? Is there anything I need to do to show up differently for you? Now, mind you, I'm thinking I got it all together and I got things figured out. So, and again, that wasn't my reality, wasn't her reality wasn't my reality. I didn't see it like that, but that's how she saw it. And I didn't acknowledge it because I didn't think there was anything detrimental. And it wasn't anything detrimental. She was just feeling some kind of way about some stuff. She acknowledged too that wasn't just could have just been some stuff just going on with her as a woman, and some things she may have been expectations she may have been putting on me that wasn't fair. And so, but again, that aside, the moment she mentioned those things, she was feeling a little disconnected or whatever. That would have been a moment for me to lean in and try to find out what was going on. So that's a lesson I learned, and that's something I wanted to share with you. So in the event your spouse comes to you and life get the life in, and they have something that they want to share, and they say, hey, I'm feeling a little disconnected, stop, take a moment, and lean into them and find out what's going on, so that minor issue doesn't come a bigger issue later on. So that's something I want to share with you on the Couples Corner. That being said, we do have the good, the beautiful, and the unique. Tell me something about your marriage or relationship. What is the good, the beautiful, and the unique? Share that with me on screen. Don't forget, if you are just tuning in, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Tap in for me. Put that, just leave a comment so we can talk about it as well. And if you so feel inclined and you want to come and share your personal, the good, the bad, and the unique about your marriage or relationship, by all means, shoot me a message and we'll get you on the show. But you can also leave that information in the comment section below, and we'll still get that read live on air. Again, we do have a different we do have a new show called The Couples Common Corner, and this will be more focused on the things that we have in common as Black men and Black women in relationships, the things that we can build on, and not the things that divide and constantly tear us apart and having us pitted against one another, comparing our traumas, whose trauma is greater, and things like that. I want to focus some more on those type of things. We still will do Let's Argue. because I do believe there's just some things that just as couples who are just gonna not find common ground on, and I want to keep those things lighthearted, where we're kind of leaning into those things. Not so we'll still be talking about them, but we won't lean into them and invest our time and energy into those things as much as we should when we need to be investing in the things that are common, the things that bring us together as couples, that can unite us to help us grow and edify one another. So let me know what that is for you. What's the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your marriage? This is our uh, opposite of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's talk about it. Give me the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your marriage and or relationship. What does your significant other bring that's good, that's beautiful, and that's unique? Excuse me, to your relationship. That's what I want you to share. Yeah, so that's where we are. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, to go ahead and drop your comments below. And again, if you want to come on the show, I'll be more than happy to have you on the show. Also, I am excited because the platform that I'm on, StreamYard, has some um, new toys for me to play with. Yeah, we got an applause going on, and we also have let's blow it up, So yeah, we got some different sound effects here, and here's one that I like as well. Let's see here that we'll be playing on the show as well. I thought was rather clutch. Where it go? Where it go? Where it go? I don't see it on here. I don't know where it went to. Oh, here it's go. Thought this was nice. It's called Night Driving. Let me know what you think about it. If you like that, give me a thumbs up on the Night Driving. It's not Sade, but I think it'll do. Nice little laid back tune. This is the couples corner. I feel like a DJ. I need to start, get my DJ voice on. This is the couples corner. Yeah. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, no matter which platform you're tuning into the show on. And give me your thoughts. I want to know what your thoughts is on the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your marriage, your relationship. Give us your feedback. Drop those comments below. We appreciate it. And also in the couples corner, sorry about that, guys. I got a message that kind of caught me off guard here. But on the couples corner, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about more of things that bring us together, more commonalities, things that can unite and edify our relationships and our marriage. Right? We're going to bring those things more to the forefront and lean in those things. We'll still do Let's Argue. And on Black Marriage Chronicles, we're going to still interview couples. We got that coming up, new going into 2026, new couples, new topics, hopefully some more refreshing information from couples and about their marriage and their relationship and what are they doing to edify their relationship and bring to keep things together in their marriage. And we're going to interview some season past couples that we've already talked to and find out how things are going, what's different, what's going on now after being married so long or since the last time I interviewed. And is there any updates or anything like that? So we'll talk to some of our old couples, one of the couples that probably first came on the show, which will probably be the Connors, my man Dominic and Geneva Connors. We're going to get them back on the show because they were one of the first couples, and hopefully my sister and her husband, June and Sonia Rivers, we're going to get them back on the show as well. I thought they had both of those couples seasoned, been married a long time, so we're going to get them on Black Marriage Chronicles. But this show on Black Marriage Chronicles, this segment is kind of an offshoot of Black Marriage Chronicles. It's called the Couples Common Corner. And again, what we want to focus on in the Couples Common Corner are things that edify and bring us together, the things that we can find common ground on and build on as Black couples, right? Sharing Black love and our Black experiences as couples together. Those are the things that we're going to kind of lean into on the couples corner. So I definitely hope you guys will tune in. We're going to do our very best to be much more consistent and regular with our content so we can get you guys feedback on what's going on, how you feel, what do you think. And we'll still do Let's Argue. We'll talk about those things that we can find funny and comical. I think, tell me, what are some things that we can find common ground on? Like, what are some things as couples that I think we can unequivocally agree on? One thing I will mention is that it's no longer, and it's probably an old one. So I'm stealing this from anybody who's going to come up with this one. It is no longer happy wife, happy life. It is happy house, happy spouse, right? Happy house, happy spouse, no longer happy wife, happy life, right? Because both parties are invested in a relationship. They're both building, working towards the same goal. So both parties need to be happy, right? I think that is a common ground that we can build on. Agree or disagree? Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. If you have some comments about that, do you also feel that it could be, do you agree with me? Happy house, happy spouse instead of happy life, happy wife, happy life, right? And if you still feel it, if you still buy into that mindset, hey, more power to you. That's your thing. And all I'm going to do is just say, hey, service with a smile. All right. That's on you. And for me, it's not about, if you disagree with me, it's how you disagree with me, right? And then again, I'm gonna repeat: service with a smile. How you disagree with me matters. Whether or not you disagree with me does not matter. That part doesn't matter. But how you disagree does matter, because we need to be respectful of one another. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I'm all for that. But how you disagree, let's show each other some respect. At the very least, I can do is listen to you, listen to your opinion. And you're, again, not going into the situation trying to change my mind, but just offer me a different perspective, which is all I'm trying to do, is offer a different perspective, right? And that's what we're going to do here on Common Corner, on all my shows, whether it's the Common Corner, Black Marriage Chronicles, or Let's Argue. It doesn't matter. We want to just offer a different perspective, give you something to think about. What you do with that is up to you. All right. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for me. And again, I just like to kind of know, what are your thoughts on the Common Corner, the couples Common Corner. I'm sorry. So it's taking me a little time to get used to that, because this is a show we just started. It's called the Couples Common Corner, and it'll be featured here on the Black Marriage Chronicle YouTube channel and all the platforms that Black Marriage Chronicle is on. Right now, we're working to get towards to get on the Instagram and to get on TikTok. So I'm going to try to keep this video to under 30 minutes so that we can get on those platforms, because I believe that you can't be more than 30 minutes on those platforms. So we're going to keep it there, keep it to a minimum of like 30 minutes so I can get on get on TikTok and get on the gram, right? So we already have Black Marriage Chronicle and Let's Argue on both the gram and TikTok, but I want to get this live stream on there as well. That is the goal, to get those on there. So don't forget to, again, leave me your comments below, because even after the show is ended, it's no longer live, you can still, your comments can still live on, because you can still leave those comments below, and then we can talk about them later, and then it'll still go on. So it kind of keep going on, right? Kind of the gift that keeps on giving. So leave your comments. Let me know what you feel about the Couples Common Corner. Do you think that's something we can definitely get engaged and find more? I think we can find more robust conversations in that as well. And like, as I stated earlier, we're still going to do Let's Argue, because again, I truly believe that there's things that we're not going to find common ground on, and that's okay. But the things that we can find common ground on, I want to lean more into that. I'm really tired of having those conversations where we're just comparing trauma as men and women, or husband and wives, and who does this better, who does that better, and who's suffering more, and all that other stuff. Just stop comparing trauma and just try to lean into some of those things where we can agree, the common ground, right? Those are the things I want to touch base on as well. I want to find a nice balance. Because again, I still believe that there are things as couples we're just not going to agree on, but then there's things I think we are going to agree on, and I want to find those common grounds. And sometimes it may be a stalemate or a draw. And then who's to say who wins or lose? Because at the end of the day, what works for me may not necessarily work for you, right? So what works for me may not work for you. What's working for you may not work for me. And again, that's okay. At the end of the day, where we can find common ground, I like to lean into those things and find that common ground so that we can find things to build on and edify our relationships, our marriage, right? Those are the things I want to lean in on. Yeah, so that's that. Again, we're working on getting on TikTok and the gram so we can have the show on the TikTok and Instagram. We're still gonna, like I said, we're still gonna do all the other shows. But I want you to right now tell me, what is the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your relationship and or marriage? For me, I think one of the things is that I discovered that, and this is kind of old, but I discovered that when you listen, when you do what they call active listening, listen to understand and not to respond, you tend to get your response when you listen to understand and not to respond. Your response to your significant other may turn out to be a little different when you're not trying to cut the other person off and you're allowing them to complete their thought, get out what they need to say. I think your response to them, if you can open your mind up to think to consider what they're saying, get their perspective on things, your response may be a little different. And that doesn't mean you have to agree with them. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them. Just recently had a conversation with my wife and she explained to me about something. And I told her I understood it. I didn't like it, but I understood it. You know, I didn't like it. And I actually didn't even agree with it, but I understood where she was coming from. You may say, how's that possible? I believe it is. I believe you can understand where somebody is coming from. I didn't agree with, and I didn't agree with it because personally, that's not something I would have done. So, and I'll leave it there because again, like I said, that was something I would like, if she decides to, she might want to share or whatever. But it was a situation that came up. And I asked, she was like, oh yeah, that's fine. And she changed her mind later on. She gave me her reasons behind changing her mind. I didn't agree with it. I told her not only did I not agree with it, I didn't even like it, but I understood where she was coming from. Her reasoning behind doing it made sense. I still didn't like it, but I know she was making that decision based on her personal views on things. I didn't like it and didn't agree with it because of my personal views, but I was able to take the emotion out of it and say, that's fine. No, I wasn't mad. No worries. Life went on and I did what I needed to do. It's just that I didn't agree with it from my personal views on the situation, but I definitely understood where she was coming from and her reasoning behind it. But I didn't like it, didn't even agree with it, but it was, again, was her decision and I understood it. So I think, now tell me, do you feel that's possible? Do you feel that you can understand where somebody is coming from, not agree with them, and not even like it? Do you feel that's a case? And if you want to share that experience with us, let me know. Just drop it in the comments. Let me know. Maybe we can have have that as a topic on one of the shows. Do you, and not be mad, not hold no grudge, not do anything petty or anything like that. Like, you can understand where your significant other is coming from, not agree with it, not even like it, but understand it. And I think we all make decisions. If we be honest with ourselves, we make decisions based on our personal experiences, things that we have experienced personally, whether it was in our earlier years, our formative years, or even something right now in the stage of our life that we're living in now, where you have your actions are dictated by your personal experience or views on something. And that's the reason why you make your decision. I think in that moment, I was able to think logically and understand exactly where she was coming from. Didn't agree with it. Again, didn't even like it, but it was those last two things I mentioned were based on my own personal experience, something I would not have done, would not have even considered, because that's not how I operate. That's not how I move. So, but give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. What I want to know. So, two things I want to know. Give me the good, the beautiful, and the unique thing about your relationship and/or your marriage, whatever the status of your relationship is. Also, I want to know: is it possible for you to understand where your significant other is coming from, your spouse is coming from, not agree with it, and not even like it, but understand it, and not have to have an argument about it. Like, not have to have an argument about it. It doesn't have to go anywhere. You doesn't have to make a big deal about it. Say, hey, you know what? I understand where you're coming from, but I don't like it, and I definitely don't even agree with it. But I understand where you're coming from. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Is it possible for you to have, and what they say, agree to disagree? And I was very emphatic with my wife about that as well. I told her, yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I don't even agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from. So let me know your thoughts on this as well. Has there ever been a situation where you had to agree to disagree with your significant other, where you say, hey, you know what? I understand where you're coming from. I don't like it, and I don't like it, and I don't even agree with it, but I understand. And I think when you mention those two things, sometimes people can take that the wrong way, because they can say, well, how is it that you understand, but you don't agree and you don't like it? Again, those are shaped by my own personal views and belief. And I think that's where, again, arguments come in, at when people try it. Like, they want you to agree with them on every point. No, you don't have to get me to agree with you on every point. I understand where you're coming from, and I will just leave it at that. I don't like it and I don't agree with it, but I understand where you're coming from. Like, I think it's okay. But when you're trying to force your opinion, your views, your belief system onto somebody else, I think that's where the disconnect comes in and the argument comes in. That you're trying to make sure that they understand, right? So give me your thoughts. Again, I appreciate everybody's time here on the couples corner, the couples common corner. We're gonna do a little bit of our little sound effects here. Yeah, yes. Let's do that one more time. And one time for the one time. Yes. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna kind of conclude things and wrap things up here. I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you next week, same time, same channel, on the Couples Common Corner. Thank you so very much, guys. And we're gonna do our very best, even though life is life, and to continue to be more consistent with our content. Uh, Let's Argue, Black Marriage Chronicles, and now we have the Couples Common Corner. With that, I bid you farewell. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I got to get used to these sound effects. Hopefully they came through. I hope everybody can hear. I can hear it in my headphones. I hope you guys can hear it as well. With that, we're out of here.